Hi guys, I'm Taya and I turned from scientist to entrepreneur, and today I want to share with you three things that I needed to change within myself to go from being a scientist to entrepreneur as quickly as possible. The first thing I needed to change within myself, and that was probably one of the biggest challenges, I needed to go from being an introvert. I know there's a lot of science behind it and the whole theories and everything, but I was a real introvert. Like I spent 10 to 12 hours a day in the lab and I did not want to interact with people. I was just like, just leave me alone. I came home, I had a dinner with my partner and watched Netflix, and that was it. Like I did not want to socialize. Although there was always this little part of me that I felt was like wanted to break out, break free and break through, but I just never thought that this is possible for me. And then I quit my pharma job and I started my own business. And guess what? Like the first thing I realized when I started my business was that I have zero network. Like I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone who could help me. I don't know anyone who's in the business. I only had scientist friends. I love them. It was so hard to get forward in business without knowing the right people. So I really needed to open up myself to life, to passion, to myself in the end, like to that hidden part of myself that was actually loved spending time with people, loved being out there networking. And if you look at me now, people think, wow, you're such a natural extrovert. And I'm like, oh my God, if you met me 5 years ago, you would not think that. And that's so true. So one of the things I really recommend to everyone is like if you're not that determined to get out there, just read a few books on how to interact with people. And there are some great resources out there. I'm happy to answer any questions you have regarding that as well. But try to be natural, try to build a genuine connection. I didn't just go around and ask people for, okay, so I need you to tell me. Don't do that. Like I still have some calls, connection calls. I call them tea time with Taya. It's the first call that I have with someone just to get to know each other. And then the person is hard selling me their service on the first call. I'm like, come on, guys, like we are on a connection call. Can you just like at least make an effort to get to know me? I will never work with a person that's hard selling me on the first call. I'm like, no, 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 no. Because in the end, it's all about connection. Some people that we are now working with together, we've known each other for like 2 years. We were building relationship, and then we started working together or collaborating. And those are the best kinds of partnerships. So this is the first thing. The second thing that was for me crucial to do and change my perspective, change my mindset, was letting go of my perfectionism. As you can imagine, in science, we have all those systems. All the experiments have to be run in a very specific way. They have to be very precise. So this perfectionism is necessary, I would say. It's like a very controlled, because also science is very controlled. Entrepreneurship, it's not controlled. There's always a variable that you will not be able to control, and that's going to surprise you from around the corner. You're going to be like, whoa, shit, what do I do now? And this is something I learned, is that you need to let go of your perfectionism. Like, you really need to let go of that shit, because it's not going to bring you forward. It's only going to make things harder for you. And know that you will never be 1,000% satisfied if you're a perfectionist with your design, with your packaging, with your website. Like, it's always going to be work in progress. We are still working on upgrade website, the packaging and everything. And that's the beauty of it. You have to start finding joy in the process. I know it sounds so much easier than it is, and it's gonna hurt you. Like when you are like posting on social media, it's a great example. For me, that was so painful because I knew that the post could have been better, the video quality could have been better, but it wasn't. So I was like, it hurt me physically to post an imperfect post. But I needed to do it because otherwise I wouldn't post at all. And that's the thing about entrepreneurship. You need to let go of the perfectionism because it's just another ego that's trying to play with your mind. And my mentors always say, and I love this quote so much, Nothing can ever be perfect, but at the same time, everything already is perfect. Nothing can ever be perfect, but at the same time, everything already is perfect. This is so powerful. The third thing I needed to do when turning from scientist to entrepreneur, and this is a big one, is having the right support and mentors, coaches, whatever you want to call these people, advisors. It's the most crucial part on the journey. More than 90% of startups fail. More than 70% of startups fail in the first few years of their business, which is scary. But I get it why that is. Because everyone is talking about success stories, everybody is talking about how you just need to keep on going. And that sounds so fun, but it's not. Like, it gets so freaking hard. And there are situations in business that you've never dealt with before. There are situations that are overwhelming. I know for myself, with my history with anxiety and panic attacks, I would probably already quit if I was on my own. But I have people on my side who have the knowledge, who have the experiences, who can guide me through whatever is going on in my business and my life. And this is the most priceless thing that you can have. Someone who's been there, who's done that, who can guide you, who can say when it feels like everything is falling apart, they're like, okay, take a breath in and breath out. Everything is okay. You're going to be fine. This is just a process. You need to do this, this, and this, and you're going to see how everything will fall into place. That's the most powerful thing that you can have. I'm not saying that you're not strong enough to go through anything on your own. You definitely are. But if you have someone on your side who's done that, who's been there, who can guide you through it, you're just going to be able to go faster. And to be fast in the society that we currently live in, it's priceless. Let me tell you, priceless. Because some things that you deal with in business can take years. If you have the right support, they can take months, maybe days, maybe a few weeks, and you can do the same amount of work in a very different time frame. I tell to every entrepreneur, get yourself a mentor, but not someone who's like guiding you through a online course, but someone who's actually working with you one on one, someone who's actually putting in the work. That makes the biggest difference. And also know that any challenge that you get in your life or in your business, you are strong enough, you're capable enough right now as you are to go through it. That's all you need to know. These are the three things that I needed to change within myself most when starting my business. And let me tell you, I'm a very different person today than I was 5 years ago, than I was 2 years ago, even. And those three things are definitely the ones that I'm still working on. I still have my mentors, but I'm also here to share my story, to share the passion, the energy, and the lessons that I've been learning along the journey. I want to hear from you though. I want to know, what is your number one struggle and what is your number one thing that you needed to change within yourself to be where you are right now. Let me know in the comments and see you soon.